I was placed in this hospital room for high blood pressure complications. I did everything my doctors told me to do, including taking the prescribed medications, which I've been on for years, but I still ended up here. When I got out, I learned about my olive leaf, an all-natural extract that got my hypertension under control. Don't continue to drug yourself into becoming healthier. Go to myoliveleaf.biz to learn more.
Meagan Good, okay? I just love how good she is, okay? Meagan is somebody you can learn a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? So while Devon, I didn't think Devon was appropriate to be in this picture because this is all about her and what she wants, okay? I love that, how she's just focusing on self, right? She didn't cry. She didn't plead, when Devon decided he wanted to divorce her. Hell, she didn't even show up for the divorce. She didn't show up to close it. She didn't want nothing from him at all, okay? She spent almost 10 plus years asking him for the things that she wanted, but he only wanted clout, right? That's all he wanted, all right? He wanted book deals, movie deals, and clouts, okay? Anything surrounding his life he wanted to sell, okay? Just like he tried to sell her as a damsel in distress, okay? But the only person that's distressed now is him. That's why he's on Red Table Talk saying that he's still grieving and he misses his wife and she's the only person in his life that ever made him cry. And he took a picture when he actually cried that tear because he's never cried before, okay? Because he's just so self-absorbed. He never knew that someone would have that effect on him, but because he was standing by what he thought God told him to do, because God never told you to go get a wife just to get a check, okay? He told you to find it the wife. You find it the good thing in all things, but he found it the wife to get a check, okay? And pushed her in a direction she probably didn't even want to go, okay? But because he was dead set on the check and that he was the savior of the hoes, right? And when the hoe wasn't selling no more in his mind, he had to end it. He said, this is all that God wanted me to do. But you know what God wants for her? And I love how he reveals himself just so eloquently. Okay, because Meagan just did an interview at 41 years old. And she said, you know what, I'm ready to finally put down roots. Because she couldn't put down roots before. You would think after being in a marriage for almost 10 plus years, you would be able to put down roots. But now, as a 40-year-old woman, newly divorced woman, now all of a sudden, she wants to put down roots. She telling y'all something. She telling y'all something. He used her. He used her. He did. He didn't have no intentions on being with her long term. He had every intention, like I said, to sell her, to sell the dream, to sell the marriage, but never ever wanted to solidify it in any way. And that's why he wouldn't grant her no children. And so she cut her losses. When I said she didn't look back, she didn't look back. Like I said, didn't even show up for court, okay? And so while he on Red Table Talk crying, talking about he miss her, she around here looking. Matter of fact, she ain't even looking no more because I know who she messing with, okay? I know who she messing with. I don't think that's important, okay, because she's single. That's her business, right? But I'm just happy, especially during this time, that she's exercising self-love and she knows the importance of root dick. Remember listen, if you're a day one wino, do you remember when I said, there's a difference in the level of dicks, And I said, I choose to prefer root dicks. That's that grounded. The ones that know what they want to do in life. The ones that are focused, the ones that protect you, the ones that don't use you. The ones that don't need validation. The ones that don't take a woman being successful as a blow to their masculinity or ego. That's what a root is. You understand what I'm saying? So when she said she ready to put down roots and finally have babies because the last 10 years have been a joke, Ooh, y'all got to hit the wine glass with Meagan. That's grown. That's grown woman shit down. Congratulations, girl. I know it's deep, too. I know it's deep, okay? Because it takes a special kind of man to make a baby, okay? And like I said, my grandmama didn't one line. Somebody over 40 and no children, you know what I'm saying? And all they got is goals, okay? They only goal, what? Devon. Like I said, Devon reminds me of those men who keep a lot of company around them that they all like the same thing, if you get my drift, okay? It's all same likes, same interests. They love to have trophies to help push a certain narrative so that if anything else were to come up or be believed, they have something beside them. And he went for the prettiest, most striking, most damsel in distress that he thought to help create a balance in the relationships. Stay with me now. Like I said, I need my hat. I got to go get it out of storage. You know what I'm saying? I missed that hat. In the relationships that he has surrounded around him, because it's a lot of the same things surrounded around him, okay? And they bring out a different side of him, something that a woman could never do, you know? And so I wish her the best. That's all I'm going to say there. Congratulations, Meagan. I love it. She said she's ready for some roots and some kids. Less than a year after being divorced. She had to let the weeds go. Moving on. Speaking of I done said this over and over. This child need to go home. She need to go home. This is probably like the 9th interview she's done. And I ain't did no interviews. This man trying to rebuild his career, trying to get this team they done traded him to out of the, you know what I'm saying? Out of the gutter, you know what I'm saying? Because they sorry. He got to figure out how he going to continue to pay her child support and her bills. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, she just keep trying to blame the Celtics for ruining her relationship. And I'm like, Nia, listen, I know you're grieving. And I know you're grieving before the public because, like, you know, Nia, everybody wanted to be, if you were a man or a gay woman, everybody wanted to be with Nia. Nia was like, I wear short hair because of Nia and Toni Braxton. They inspire me. You know what I'm saying? That you don't need long, lustrous hair to be, you know, a bad, you know what I'm saying? You don't need all of that. You could be secure in yourself and rock something short and bold and still be on your grind. And I love that about, you know what I'm saying, Nia. But it's like, I think because in the public she's been put up here, she don't know how to take being vulnerable and human in the public's eyes. Because like I said, there's been this persona. And for her to act like that this is new, because like I said, she still ain't blaming him. She keep continuously blaming the Celtics, even though he slept with somebody on the Celtics team that was of age. Now she want to say, oh, my son is grieving. You know, he's finding it hard to get over me and his dad not breaking up. And I'm so mad at the Celtics for, you know, not considering my family. No, ma'am, that is not the Celtics' job to consider your family. I keep saying this. You were not a wife. So whether you do 1 interview, 2 interviews, 3 interviews, 4 interviews, and you're trying to say, where's the humanity in all of it? Where was the humanity when his penis was in his staff? Where was his humanness in another human? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, we got to stop that. And she's trying to make up, like, right now, I know what she's going through because she's grieving and she moved on too quick and she listened to all of the rumors and the public speculation and all of the stories. She just ran too quick. Instead of saying, you know what, I ain't married to him. Hell, I don't even live with him. Yeah, we got a baby together. But I don't have his social security number. Like, if anything would have happened to this man today, they would not call me. They would call his wife. I mean, not his wife, his mama. Because I'm not the wife. Do you understand? So you weren't supposed to be given respect that you didn't, that you didn't solidify out of choices of your own, because you knew that he wasn't ready to be a husband and you weren't ready to be a wife, because if you were, you would have jumped the broom a long time ago instead of being a fiance of 10 years. Women just don't, in this day and time, when a woman accepts marriage, she's accepting marriage, you know what I'm saying? But for her, because like I said, the career is just now taking back off. There was a standstill. And guess who was the provider? I may. He said, I may do that. I may do that. Yes, that's why they call him I may. He was there through some really rough times for her. And now that everything, the smoke and everything has settled, she's starting to prioritize a little more. She's starting to see. She see her son is asking why you and daddy don't do what y'all used to do. She want to go home, but she's afraid to go home. Why are you afraid to go home? What you decide to do with your man is your man. Okay? What you decide to do for your family is your family. But you can't hold him at this standard, right? Up here, and you giving him this standard. You didn't make a commitment to him. An engagement is not a commitment. It's not. And stop acting like we owe you this privacy. When you, like I said, if the man were to drop dead tomorrow, you would not be considered nowhere but a name on that eulogy. And so he didn't take it serious. He's like, hell, I've been engaged 10 years. This woman ain't got no plans on making me a husband. So guess what? I'm going to go out here and do what bachelors do. She don't live with me. I got a beggar to come move with me. I'm paying all her bills. Stop, Nia. Stop. And stop doing interviews. Just go home. Just do us a favor. Go home. You love him. You do. And you don't stop loving somebody over a mistake. You got upset. You got embarrassed. You felt like, how could he do this to Nia? I'm Nia Long. How dare you? You've been posting pictures of your new place, showing up with different celebrities in Dubai, going to concerts with different celebrities. All this to try to create like you're moving on. I'm doing interviews. I got my eyes on this certain someone. And meanwhile, your son is prioritizing your priorities, letting you know I miss daddy. And mama, you need to fix it. Because it wasn't all on him. You wasn't home. So if you wasn't home, he got a highly stressful job, taking care of you. You living 3,000 miles away. He in Boston. You in California. He paying all your bills. He working game after game, traveling. Who is he supposed to on? Who? You got needs too, or don't you? Is it menopause? What is it? Because you have to understand. Listen, I'm a woman. I have needs. Ain't no way I'm finna be in a relationship with anybody and they 3,000 miles away. Because if I ain't messing with them, I'm messing with somebody. This grown folks talk right now. Hold on. I only want grown folks in this conversation. Children, exit the chat. Okay? I don't do long distance stuff. I don't care how good the check is. I don't care how comfortable it is. Listen, you leave me in the house by myself for more than 30 days. Brother, listen to me. I'm human. You're human. And guess what? He did you a favor and went and got another human. That way it wouldn't be, she wouldn't be trying to be in a relationship with him because he was in a relationship. It was just sex. Sometimes, as women, as humans, we have to understand why people make decisions that they make. And when you're 3,000 miles away and have been there, and he's been coaching, let me see how long he's been coaching for the Celtics, and your ass been living in California. Hold on now, because you're just expecting this man to just masturbate every night. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Ime Udoka, Celtics. Hold on. How long did he work for the Celtics? Hold on. I should have had this. How long did he work for the Celtics? Okay. All right. And how long were you jobless in Hollywood? Okay. Let me see. Oh, he played from 2000 to 2012, and then his coaching career was from 2012 present. And you've lived in Hollywood, California, since you got with him. That's why you refused to marry him, because you thought that he was going to show you that he could be faithful, but at the end of the day, he human. No. I would. I'm not. We're not going to do that. So, while she's out here trying to say, oh, she got her eyes on certain someone, and she went on Marion and all these other played out celebrities that everybody and their mama done been with, go home. Move your ass to wherever city he's at now, and try something you've never tried before. Try living with each other. Try being with each other. Try it on a different note. See what type of man he is. I guarantee you, if you're home, he ain't got no reason, because he understands he can't just hop on a plane and fly 3,000 miles away just to come get some. And then he has a highly stressful job. I mean, think about it. If Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't faithful, what makes you think you are going to be honored in that way too, ma'am? And your man is 3,000 miles away, and Martin Luther King is out here literally putting his life in danger for Coretta. And so in my eyes, if Martin is, every night I'm here with these kids, where did Martin live? Montgomery? Where did he live? Atlanta? Yeah, he was in Atlanta. I stopped by the house. Yeah, I forgot. I got pictures in front of the house. Martin Luther King lived in Atlanta. He everywhere around the South, don't know when his last day gonna be. So guess what? If he wanna, Coretta, I love you. I miss you. Things was tense today. They threw tear gas at me today. He see a piece of ass. He go hit that just to de-stress himself. The man don't drink. The man don't smoke. He's a pastor. Coretta stayed. She didn't stay because he was disrespecting her. She stayed because she knew she couldn't be what he needed, because guess what? She was at home with the children. Just like you're at home with the children and you're waiting on roll after roll, and they didn't start coming through until recently. And now you expect him to be something, but he's not there, and neither are you there to be something. So he don't owe you shit. As far as I'm concerned, he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was taking care of you, making sure you was good. You know what I'm saying? That woman wasn't finna come in and take your life. That's why he had her move you out there. If he had any commitment to the woman that he was sleeping with that was already in a situation, meaning she was married, she couldn't come asking for nothing, he would have not asked her to move you out there. So she knew. Her time was up. It was only temporary. But you letting social media gas you and give you relationship advice, but you in a long distance relationship. Moving on. Let me sit down. I had to stand up. I threw my back out earlier this week. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit down for a long period of time, and I've been sitting down all day working on this show, sometimes I got to stand up and stretch a little bit, okay? Y'all